So, hi everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of our success story. And today we have Anushka with us. So, Anushka, could you please introduce yourselves to the viewers?
Hi, I'm Anushka. I am a student of batch 51. I'm basically a Maharashtrian, born and brought up in Gujarat, now living in Bangalore. And before joining this course, I have been working with IT for last 5, 6 years. And I like to say it that way that, this was sort of a destiny for me. I was meant to do this. And throughout my childhood, throughout my career, there have been various instances where life pushed me basically towards this. So here I am, and I have never been more happy. So I'm really enjoying, and I'm
Mhm.
looking forward to go ahead with this.
So, since childhood, you were interested in nutrition.
Uh, I wouldn't say interested, but so it's a long story.
Yeah.
But to put it in short, so I was always overweight kid,
Okay.
and that comes a lot of it is basically not the best place to be in terms of mental health. There's a lot of body shaming from peers, your friends, your relatives, from teachers everywhere. So that's that. And uh, in my early years of hitting puberty, I got diagnosed with PCOS. And like every parents, my parents took me to gynecologists, to endocrinologists, and multiple doctors. And, everybody, there was a unanimous um, sort of a response that was lose weight and things will be sorted. Okay. Then came the rigmarole of, visiting various nutritionists, naturopaths, juice diet, this diet, that diet. Of course, none of that worked. But yeah, I mean, having gone through all of this, there came a point in my life when I was like, that's enough. I need to take things in my hand and I need to lose weight. Okay. I did not follow any of those nutritionists, whatever they told me to, but I ended up losing around 20, 25 kgs in a span of 1 year in the most unhealthiest way possible. And like after that, there was a point in time when I was so scared of eating, so that weight loss, a journey turned into becoming a eating disorder. So I was anorexic, and my parents, like, I am really thankful for them that they helped me a lot during that time. Like I was, I think, maybe early teenage, like maybe 13 or 14. And back then, I'm 30 now. So, 15 years ago, there was not much, talks about all these things. People didn't
Mm.
know all of these things. So my parents took the, you know, efforts to learn these things, learn what anorexia was, educated themselves to help me. And things got better. Eventually got better in like an year or so. But guess what didn't get better? My PCOD. So the symptoms were still the same, if
Mm-hmm.
not worse. And that got me into thinking, that okay, everybody asked me to lose weight. I did that. And my symptoms are not better even one bit. So either I have done something wrong, or all the advice that I've gotten was either
Not
wrong or
correct. Yeah.
incomplete. So I go back to my doctor, ask them the same question, and the only response I get is that's okay. You don't need to worry right now. You just go back, chill, come back whenever you want to get pregnant. Whenever you get married and want to get pregnant, come back. We'll fix it there. Thankfully, I was not put on any OCPs or anything. So that was the only saving grace. But
Mhm.
yeah, that was my first cue into, thinking that, okay, that's not an answer I was looking for. You asked me to lose weight so that I can, so that it can help me with my symptoms, but it has not. So what will help me? What caused all of this? So, I had that curiosity from the get-go to know things as to why this didn't work out for me. What will work out for me? And back then there was not much social media. I mean, there was no social media to,
Exactly.
find content creators or find anything. So I did what everybody back then did: Googled, read Quora discussions and everything not everything, but most of it led to, different set of things led to one thing, that food and lifestyle changes are the
Mm-hmm.
ultimate. They've helped a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it was very noisy. I was too young to understand those things, but what got ingrained in me was this is solvable from food and lifestyle, uh, conditioning, and I need to look into it. So that was my first cue, but then again, I was too young to even consider this as a career option. So I went ahead the conventional path. I studied IT. I started working in IT, and then I worked in IT for 5 years, and now finally I am here.
How did you
Yeah.
land at iThrive Academy? Like, where did you find that? Like, iThrive Academy is your answer to the problems.
So see, while I was still working in IT, of course, throughout, the first part that we talk about was my childhood. From there, throughout my career, till recently, up until recently, I was still, trying to read things, trying to find out things, trying to find what will help me, trying to apply, make out what's working for me, what's not working for me. And I've, in the meantime, social media picked up. I started following a lot of functional medicine practitioners, functional nutrition practitioners. So this world was not new to me, so to say. So that was parallelly still going on while I was working with IT, and it was like the final leap I was able to take because of my husband, because he has been very supportive throughout this journey. He pushed me to do this, because I had no work satisfaction in IT, and that was not my passion. And I remember this having this conversation with him, wherein he sat me down and he's like, "You've had a bad day. You've had a very, very long day, and here you are sitting reading a long ass post written by, I think, Hoberman or Chris Master John, about something that your friend's mom is probably facing about some condition, and this isn't anymore about your own journey. This looks like a genuine passion to me. Why don't you take that leap?" So, that was the final motivation that I needed. And, that was I was very fortunate to have that support. And then I was like, okay, anyway, this career is not giving me the work satisfaction. And that's really important to me. Some people are okay, like, going about doing the work and just cutting off. I'm somebody I cannot cut off from my, work life. I need to have that satisfaction. I need to sleep with that satisfaction. So it made sense to me to do something, pursue something that is my passion. So then I thought of taking that leap of leaving the job, and finding iThrive was, I feel, after that point pretty easy, because uh, through so many years I had that understanding of the difference between the functional and holistic approach and the traditional approach, because I've been through that. So then I looked up a couple of institutes, went through the curriculum, iThrive's curriculum. I found it to be the best because I do not come from the background
Yeah.
of nutrition. So, learning about anatomy to begin with, that gave me the confidence that, okay, I'll be able to do it, because I don't want to do anything half, like, I don't want to, you know, make a half-baked cake. So I wanted to have something that gives me the basics, the fundamentals, and then builds from there. So that was one unique point that I found about iThrive's course. I don't think I saw that in a lot of other courses, that, the fundamentals were taken care of. So that was one part. And the next was when I spoke to one of the academy coordinators, and that was a very nice conversation. It was similar conversation. I spoke about my journey. I spoke why I am, inclined towards this. And before that, I had spoken to a couple of other such institutes, and none
Hmm.
of them had asked me. What stood out to me the most was none of them asked me, why do you want to do it? You are not from the background. Why are you,
Yeah.
inclined to do this? So that was really special. And after speaking with the coordinator, after getting to know the approach, that iThrive believes in finding the root cause. of why the issue is happening in the first place. It is all based on root cause. It is food first approach
Exactly.
plus supplementation. All of those things made so much sense to me. And then, yeah, that was, I think that was the easiest decision of the entire, uh, journey of deciding to go ahead with the iThrive course.
Your journey is very inspirational, I would say. That, from IT to functional nutrition, then the husband supporting you. I truly believe that what's meant to happen, it always happens. So
It
maybe
is.
whatever you faced in your childhood was also something which helped you make this decision. And
Right.
whatever, your future will be like bright, so I know, but some things connect, as we
Yeah,
say
yeah.
every
It's
time.
really
So
personal for me.
yeah, it is very personal. Yeah, I can understand truly. So, speaking of the course, which was your favorite module or topic from the course?
I was dreading this question because all the modules honestly were so good and they were so full of information. The instructors were so amazing. Choosing one would be very difficult, but I have two favorites. Still, I have two favorites. First, I think is very common. Most of the students will like agree with me. That is the blood chemistry analysis
I think
because
people, like whatever I've heard of, the people say blood chemistry analysis is very difficult to get.
it is honestly, but then there's so much information in
Yeah.
that. Every time I revisit the recordings, I pick up new things. I make new correlations that, okay, 5 modules down the line after this was completed, that was discussed, and now it's making sense now that I'm revisiting the blood chemistry. So it was so important. More so because, speaking from my personal experience, food wise, I was still, uh, you know, more or less doing a lot of things that most of the things I was doing right. What was missing from my understanding for my condition was the blood work, understanding the blood work part of it. And that, has empowered me so much to understand my situation. How can I help myself and, in the near future, help people be that support for somebody that I did not have as a teenager.
Yeah.
So that module was really, really empowering. That was very, very important. I don't think without that module, I would have this confidence right now, or that, tomorrow if I have to go out and have a client and help them, I will be able to do it.
Like, I feel so happy and proud that this is the whole motive of iThrive Academy, that you learn and then create ripple effects and heal the world and heal other
Yeah.
people. And knowing and coming it from you, from a student, I think we've accomplished it pretty much, I would say. So
Yeah, for
that's
sure. And
pretty
I
good.
would like to mention another module also. Like
Yeah.
second one, I would say was mental health. And it was so good. I mean, if I have to put it in one sentence, it felt like a therapy. A part of me healed
Hmm.
while going through that module, and it was really impactful. I don't know if you've gotten this answer ever
No.
before, but
Mm. It's first time you're saying this,
I
but
really
maybe it
did.
helped you because you were going through all of that, your career shift, and that then the module came in at the right time, I would say. So maybe. And who
Yeah,
was your favorite
yeah,
faculty?
oh my God, that's like a very difficult question.
At two, come on, I can give you like
Oh,
two. You can answer any two.
hmm. Can I answer three?
Okay. One, so I know
Mumta,
who will it be. What?
Padma Shri ma'am, and Kanchana.
Yeah.
I
Padma
really
Shri ma'am, to like
enjoyed the,
everybody says. So that
yeah.
was expected. Next time I'm going to frame a question that except for Padma Shri ma'am,
Except,
who else?
yeah, I genuinely enjoyed Kanchana ma'am's,
Yes.
modules also, like the gut health, and she took a part of blood chemistry as well.
Yes.
So yeah, it was really nice. All faculty members were nice. I mean, I feel bad saying this,
No,
but
no.
yeah, that's a part of it is also because I enjoyed the module as well as a,
Exactly.
a
Makes sense.
content.
But have you ever practiced? Like, I know that you've just completed, but any smaller or in your day-to-day life, have you ever started practicing whatever you've learned here in the course?
A lot of it actually. Like apart from I've been talking about myself a lot. So apart from helping me understand my own condition and my blood work, I have also like started helping my close family members, and they have seen a very, very positive result with the smallest of changes. Like it's not even post the course that I have started. Throughout the course, as and when I started learning new things, I would, discuss it with these close family members and ask them to do certain things, incorporate certain habits, eliminate certain things.
Hmm.
And that I have seen has helped them a lot. So I would like to mention specifically for a very close family member of mine. I happened to talk to him, and he is about 60, 65, and he has diabetes, BP, and a history of uric acid. And while speaking, we just stumbled upon the fact that this all of this began with him suffering with gout, and the of course the base for which was high uric acid. And then he was put on medications to lower uric acid. What followed was high cholesterol, so statins. What followed was BP and diabetes, and that made so much sense. And of course, we are nowhere near reversing all of that, but
Yeah.
with all the lifestyle interventions that I've asked him to do, it has sort of started showing a lot of positive sides, right? And
Hmm.
while having this discussion, I also realized that all of this, the underlying issue, I'm convinced, was unchecked oxidative stress and inflammation, which was not taken care of like 20, 25 years ago.
Yes.
And then that has caused this ripple effect wherein now he has four of these conditions. And hopefully, like, we've started seeing positive results. Hopefully we'll be able to see further positive results and try
Mm.
to reverse as much as we can. So that's
But
really
y-
nice.
but that's great that like you've just completed 15 days before, like the course is ended 15 days ago, and you already have a case to work on. It's very, I think you must be feeling very fulfilling that कि yeah, actually I'm doing something which I like, and I can
Right.
see that you're happy also about it. So
Yeah.
kudos to you.
Thank you. And like I said, I have never been more happy in life. It's just so fulfilling, and it's lovely.
Like whatever investment you made here, like the
Hmm.
monetary investment, do you think it was worth it, your time, your energy?
100%. I mean, without blinking an eye, 100%, because the amount of knowledge that I've gotten and the fact that, there's also the support system. It's not just like the, 4 or 5 month course. It's the support system that comes with it, the alumni group, the access to the recordings and the course, even post the
Yeah.
completion of the certificate. All of that, you know gives gives me that confidence,
Hmm.
and I feel it is totally worth it. And anybody who is genuinely passionate about it and is thinking of going ahead with this line of career should definitely get themselves enrolled in the course.
Yeah, so what one of the things which we focus on is like learning constant has to be evolved, and that is the reason we have
Yes.
created the group for alumni, and everybody is a part of it. And the students who have doubts or they've just started practicing, if you have doubts, you can reach out, and the faculties will reply to you
Yeah.
instantly, so that their journey is also smooth. So that
Right.
that was one of the reason Mugdha started the alumni group. Also, would you recommend this course to somebody who is, because you are not from this profession, so would you recommend this course to any other person who's
For
not from the
sure.
course? Was it
For
like, my question is like, was it difficult for you to understand? Like, did you pick up easily, और at start you felt like कि ओ नहीं पता है मुझे कुछ about nutrition?
Right. So honestly, I was a little intimidated looking at the books because the books arrived around a week or so before the course began. Okay. So I was a bit intimidated looking at the books, but also because I have gone through all of this. I have had a journey of my own, and I've done a lot of research for my own sake
Mhm.
throughout so many years. A lot of these jargons and concepts were not very new to me. So even if I didn't understand them, just by hearing the name, I was not intimidated. But then I understand your question that, somebody who's like me, like a colleague of mine, probably, who's not had a journey of their own, they would be even more intimidated listening to all of this. But having said that, I feel that the course is designed so beautifully, and the faculty members are so accommodative and so supportive. It is going to be intimidating in the beginning. I do not want to lie, but if somebody is really passionate about it, I am pretty sure they'll pick up. I mean,
Mhm.
of course, if somebody has a nutrition background, it's different. They come with a certain information, but then also there's also a lot of unlearning that they have to do. If
Mhm.
somebody from my background comes in, that's almost like a plain slate, clear slate. So that is one um, advantage also, so to say. But yeah, I feel the overall the academy curriculum, the faculty members are really, really good. So even if initially someone feels a little intimidated, if they hang on to it and keep at it, they will definitely get the hang of it. By the end of, I think, second module, had not I had stopped feeling any intimidation whatsoever. I was feeling much more confident, and it was really good. I mean, I don't think it is impossible for anybody to do it.
So like it was easy to understand
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Any favorite memory from the course?
yeah. Hmm. Okay, let me think. So I don't have one memory, but just as a generic note, I would like to share that the most, of course, apart from the curriculum, the most amount of learning that I've had was from asking stupidest of questions. And there have been, like, I have memories of my classmates asking questions, and the questions starting with the sentence, this might sound like a stupid question, but, and then we've had such fruitful discussions. We've had so much food for thought from that question, that every time such a scenario was
Happened.
such a scenario happened in the class, it was really fun. It was thought provoking, and it was really nice.
Nice. I'm glad कि ये सब भी होता है lectures में.
Yeah. Most of, like, for me, most of my peers were not from the nutrition background. Apart from few, most of the
Mhm.
people were not from the background. And then initially, I had this thing in my mind that, okay, this is going to sound stupid, but I am that way, really unhinged. I ask questions, even if they are stupid. But then
You
seeing
mentioned also that
other,
you're very curious, so that
yeah, so
answers
like,
it.
but there were people who would start their question with this sentence, and that validated my fear furthermore. That okay, not like everybody's on the same page, everybody's asking stupid questions, and then there have been very few fruitful discussions from that stupid questions, so to say, stupid questions. So yeah, that was fun.
But I think you should always ask questions. It's better, like you get
Yeah.
your answers. I am also that person who asks stupid doubts. So
Yes.
that at least हम clear है हमारे side में.
That's true.
That's
That also comes from my personal, OCD of sorts, that I do not like that, sannata nahi pasand hai. Like if somebody is talking, if asked a question, I have that urge to, I have to respond. If nobody is responding, I feel really uncomfortable. I feel very bad for the person. So I
exactly.
think I was that interactive person. I would
Nice.
like to believe so. So yeah, that was overall really fun.
Okay, there we are at the end. Thank you so much, Anushka, for sharing your story with us. I would really say that again, that it was a really inspirational story. Thank you for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you so much. It was lovely. I was a little nervous, but yeah, I mean, it's not every day that you share your story
Yeah.
with a huge amount of people and on a platform like this. But I'm glad, even if I'm able to inspire a single person with my story to,
Yeah. That's why, we selected you because, again, not from nutrition background, has a history of so many things. So it will be inspirational to many, I would not say people, but girls especially,
yes, yes.
going through their teenage years if they see
Yeah,
this.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you.
being
It
here.
was it was lovely. Thank you for having me.
Yes.